On the day of our wedding, she was all dressed, neatly dressed. But by the time she came close to dance with me and spray me money, I perceived this odor. And then I kept wondering, am I the only one perceiving this? I told myself I'm going to ask my husband or talk to my husband about it, but then it escaped my memory. You know now, wedding festival. Every morning, this woman wakes up with a very terrible smell, a very terrible stench. One day I asked her, sister, do you use roll-on? She was like, yes. She brought out all the roll-on and perfume she used. And these roll-ons and perfumes are not cheap. They're quite expensive. My sister-in-law have serious body odor. And the day I cajoled her about it, that became the day my marriage had crisis. I dated my husband for 2 years before we got married. So all through those days of our dating life, we didn't cohabit. I just come, visit and go. Throughout my visits, I met his sister only twice. And this sister of his happens to be his favorite sister. He doesn't joke with her one bit. Those 2 times I met her, I noticed she had body odor. But then I didn't really see meaning to it. I was like, okay, maybe she's stressed or she forgot to use roll-on or maybe something is the issue. I didn't read meaning into it until our wedding day. On the day of our wedding, she was all dressed, neatly dressed. But by the time she came close to dance with me and spray me money, I perceived this odor. And then I kept wondering, am I the only one perceiving this? I told myself I'm going to ask my husband or talk to my husband about it.
Please follow me.
After my wedding, she traveled back to the US because that's where she stays. I and my husband would do talk to her once on the phone and all of that. And then I give birth. I have 2 kids for my husband already. Now, my sister-in-law came visiting. She came last week and said she's going to be staying 3 weeks with us before going back. She had a business to handle here in Lagos. Okay, I agreed. I didn't see anything to it. I mean, she has been nice. We've been talking from the phone and she has been nice to me. She has never treated me indifferently. So, it's been 1 week since my sister-in-law came around. And every morning, this woman wakes up with a very terrible smell. A very terrible stench. One day I asked her, sister, do you use roll-on? She was like, yes. She brought out all the roll-on and perfume she used. And these roll-ons and perfumes are not cheap. They're quite expensive. So, but then I didn't know how to tell her. I mean, she's not my husband and I don't want to talk to her in the way she's going to pick offense. You get? So I didn't confront her about it anymore. I was like, I'm going to talk to my husband. Yeah. So later that night, I told my husband, do you notice that your sister do have body odor? Like she smells. He was like, what kind of nonsense are you talking about? What do you mean she smells? I don't perceive anything. Unless maybe she's stressed or she sweats or something, but I don't perceive anything. And even if she sweats, it's not even bad. I was like, are you sure? You're like, what do you mean? She doesn't smell. I was like, okay. I kept asking myself, what did they happen? Like, why did I'm the only one perceiving this? So that day, a cousin of mine came visiting and stayed the evening and then she left. Before she left, I asked her, do you notice that my husband's elder sister do have body odor? She was like, yeah, she does, but it's not that bad. I was like, it's not bad. She was like, no, it's not bad. I was like, but it's very bad to me. Like, I literally have to hold my breath if she's close to me. Yes, it's that bad. So I can't, is it Abin and me? What is actually happening? What is actually happening? So I just kept enduring. You get, the first week has passed. The second week, we are actually in the second week right now. And yesterday, my husband left the house. He didn't keep money for food. I've been asking him to give me some money to start up a business idea. He refused. He has been all distant and a bit ignorant and cold. I don't know what the problem is, but everything's just so, I'm just so angry. I'm paranoid. You get? So, and then his sister came to me yesterday and she's trying to talk. This time around, both her mouth, her body, everything was just smelling. I told her bluntly, sister, do you know you smell? When I say the word, that's when my head now clicked. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that came out rude. But then I just have to let it off my chest. You know when you've been holding something in your heart for so long, it just left my mouth without control. So like, did you say I smell? But no, I mean, that came out wrongly. It wasn't supposed to come out that way. She left the kitchen and ran upstairs and locked her door. And she has refused to come out. I don't know what to say. I've gone to her door and I was like, sister, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it that way. It came out wrongly. But she has refused to open the door. So my husband came back yesterday night and he went to knock and then he went inside the room and then I heard her wailing. She was crying loudly. And I don't know, she was trying to explain the whole situation to my husband. She was crying loudly on top of her voice. I could only hear the cry, but I was not hearing the explanations. And then after some minutes, my husband came and he was looking all furious and mad. He was like, how dare you say my sister smell? You brought this thing up the other day last week and then I told you there's nothing like that and then you still brought it up again. My husband was angry. I've never seen him that angry before. I mean, I've been telling him I'm sorry. Like, since yesterday, I'm telling him I'm sorry. He didn't come out right now. Like, he has refused to hear me. He was so angry. And somehow, I'm feeling like maybe he knows that this is the truth. But then he doesn't want to hurt his sister ego. Or is there something he's hiding? What exactly is wrong with her body? Or is this some sort of disease? It has to be a disease because she looks clean. I mean, she uses roll-on, good perfumes. Then why is there still body odor? It has to be a disease. There's something these people are not telling me. I called down my cousin again and see what happens. She was like, honestly, she's going to be very sincere that she really do have a body odor. You get, but she didn't really say it to me because she doesn't want me to feel bad. I was like, feel bad? Now me they ask you the question. I was not asking you the question, so that's not how I feel bad. I need someone to talk about this. Let's not look like I am mad or maybe I'm insinuating what is not. You get, and ever since yesterday, my husband has been threatening fire and brimstone. As in, the man is not happy, he has not eaten my food, and the sister has packed her things and gone to a hotel to stay for the remaining day. She has to be in Nigeria. I was just regretting. If I had known, I would have just shut up. I wouldn't have said that. But then it came out of my mouth involuntarily, unintentionally. You get, I was just angry, and then here she comes smelling again, and I've been enduring. I had it up to here, so I'm not to be blamed. Okay, I've actually apologized the way I could, but there's nothing I can do. My words have already been spoken out. I cannot take it back. And besides, she smells for real. It's not like I'm lying or I'm accusing her. Something is actually wrong. They don't want to tell me. I believe something is wrong. And my husband and the sister, they are hiding it from me. Okay. I'm just here for a little advice. I don't know. What do I do to remedy this situation? I have apologized and it looked like I committed a heinous crime. Something that is unforgivable. When I just spoke the truth. So what am I supposed to do in this situation? Please, I need your advice. I need your help. Just tell me what to do. I am so confused. I don't want to have any issues with my husband. We've been having a peaceful marriage and I don't want any issues. Okay. Alright guys, that is the story for today. Short and precise. What are you going to say about the situation? You just can't body odor with that. Even on top expensive perfumes. Please drop your comments. I would really, really appreciate if you do say something, okay? So the person that brought this story to my table will just see what your comments and then know what to say and know what to do. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and like, share my videos. Please, I am begging, please. Okay guys, with that being said, bye and take care. See you in my next video, okay?